Do you think it's possible to go on holiday and not get the holiday blues after? I've been away from home for 2 weeks, and even though it wasn't the biggest or flashiest of holidays, we spent a lot of it at my parents', I still felt blue when I got home. As much as I loved being at home and I was excited to see our little cottage again, I couldn't shake the doom and gloom feelings. I'm usually good at getting back into routine straight away, but there were so many things on my to-do list when I got back, and it just felt like I couldn't face any of them. I didn't even want to work at my desk in my office, and spent most of the time sat at my laptop in the living room. Normally, I like to have boundaries in the house, and don't usually let myself work in the living room, but I felt like I needed to be kind to myself this week and ease myself in. Sometimes sitting in my armchair with a cozy blanket just feels like the warm hug that I need sometimes. Luckily, these past few days I felt a shift, and suddenly, just like that, I'm in the mood for a full post-holiday reset. I'm talking cleaning, baking bread and cooking from scratch once again. It feels almost like, because we were away for 2 weeks, sorry, I know I keep saying that and I feel like I'm flexing. I'm not flexing, it's just what's going on right now. It feels like because we were away for 2 weeks, if you didn't know, all the dust settled and all like the odd fly and stuff that was in here died. When we came back, everything was just so dusty and it needs a really big clean. But I can't feel too sad anyway because the sun is shining today. It's just one of those really gorgeous sunny autumn days which feel like such a gift when they come round because we are expecting all this weather. I am feeling pretty exhausted though because I worked out this morning and went on a little bit of run. It didn't energize me in the way that it has done. I think maybe just because I've been eating so badly. I need to make sure that I fuel myself properly and get back into the habit of that too. This week we turned our heating on for the first time, and I've been wearing my knitwear again. I know this isn't exactly breaking news, but it does feel significant. I like to acknowledge these seasonal shifts to help me feel grounded and present. Otherwise, time can feel like it just slips away, and before we know it, another year has come and gone. The house really needed a deep clean, and this drop in temperature made it feel like the perfect time to do it. It felt like I was welcoming in autumn properly. I know it's technically been autumn for a little while now, but until I'm wearing jumpers and cardigans, it doesn't really feel like it to me. There is definitely something ritualistic about cleaning at the beginning of a new season and getting the house ready for the months ahead. It feels like I'm getting rid of the old, stagnant energy that's lingered. It feels like I'm giving myself a chance to move forward with a fresh start. I guess it's not too dissimilar to the way the trees shed their leaves at the end of the summer. Just like me, they're getting rid of their unwanted baggage too, leaving behind what no longer serves them for the cold months ahead. In recent years, George and I have started our own little tradition of visiting our local pumpkin patch to buy pumpkins. We're really lucky here because the pumpkin patch is in the field where the pumpkins have actually been grown, and they have the most amazing varieties. It's not just a load of pre-sourced pumpkins dumped into a field. The farmer who runs it is so kind too. He makes an effort to chat to everyone and tell them about the best types of pumpkins. Since moving to the area, we've been coming every year to stock up on Crown Prince pumpkins, which taste incredible. Last year we bought 20, which was a bit excessive, but they lasted us such a long time and we spent the whole season eating roasted Crown Prince soup, Crown Prince pasties and even Crown Prince pie. This year we were a bit more restrained and only got 8. It was a rainy day, so we headed straight to our favourite tea room in Chilham afterwards for the first mince pie of the season and a pot of tea. I'm a huge fan of mince pies, and this one was so good. You could tell it had been homemade. This whole day made me feel so festive and definitely abolished the very last of my holiday blues. I wanted to show you some of the things that I got while we were away on our trip. The first one was actually a gift for George. So if you'd have watched last week's video, we went to the Ludlow farm shop and you got to taste the jams in the middle, which is such a good idea because you taste them and then you really want them because they taste so good. George loves sour flavours, so I bought him this lemon and lime marmalade. I would always pick jam personally, but he loves marmalade. I thought I would buy him this because then when he eats it, it'll remind us of being away, which is really nice. I think that's the best thing about getting something when you're away, is that it just reminds you of that trip and that holiday, which I think is really special. And it doesn't have to be a big thing, obviously. Don't look at this too closely because I've kind of butchered it because I have used it since we got home. And one of the wicks got drowned in all the wax. So I tried to get it out, and by doing that, I've made a real mess of the candle, but it still works. And I got this when I was actually shopping with my mum in M&S, and it's the frankincense and myrrh candle from M&S, which they bring out every year, and I am so in love with this smell. It's just amazing. I love it so much. And the candle is probably really toxic and bad for you, but it's kind of sweet. It smells like an expensive perfume with a little bit of sweetness, as well as a sort of spicy, Christmassy smell. And then the last thing I got was this basket, which was from an antique shop. I have been looking for a basket like this for months and months now. A couple of times I thought, oh, I'm just going to be able to find one at like a car boot sale or something. But they did have them on Amazon, and I kind of caved almost a couple of times and thought I was just going to get one on Amazon because I hadn't been able to come across one. But then this and another one was outside an antique shop in a town that we went to. I think it was in Much Wenlock in Shropshire, which is really gorgeous. Basically, what I wanted it for is it's going to sit in the hallway on our unit in the hallway. And then when I go to the car, because I often have things in my hands when I'm going to the car and I tend to drop it all. So I can put everything that I need in this basket, take it into the car, and then go about my business or whatever. And then the same, when I bring it back from the car, I can put everything that I need to bring back into the house into here. And I also think this looks really cute. It looks very cottagey, sat by the front door, and it's not just, you know, a nasty tote bag sitting in the front or something. Really pleased with this. It's just perfect size, perfect colour, perfect everything. And I feel very, very twee when I'm taking it around M&S, which is what I did today.
Seems like yesterday we were just a couple of kids. You came to my birthday parties and we watched the stars just for kicks. Ice cream with our best friends, making fun of high school dances while sneaking glances. But now you're a stranger. I don't recognize your face anymore. Yes, now you're a stranger.
I wish I could have rushed feeling better this week, and the reset had come a little bit sooner. But I know from experience that these things take as long as they take, and berating myself for it does me no favours. It just makes me feel worse. Turns out, going solely, with a few days working from the sofa on my laptop, and a trip to the pumpkin patch, was all I really needed to feel like I was ready to face normal life once again.